What's up, crew? It's your boy back with another reaction. This time we have Slapped Ham. This scary footage is leaving viewers baffled, featuring Let's Read. This is probably the first time, if I'm remembering correctly, that I've ever heard or seen a content creator who shows videos collaborate with a content creator that really just narrates stories. Y'all know what I'm saying? So this is definitely, something different for me. July 30th, 2020. Damn. This is still fresh. Fuck. I know how Let's Read gets down, and y'all already know how Slapped Ham gets down, so I'm expecting this to be extremely creepy. So, hey man, without further ado, y'all already know all the important links will be down in the description. Man, let's get into this. I'm excited for this one. Nope. You got dark figures in your house and shit? My man was out.
Hey, you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some scary videos that are leaving viewers baffled. And today we have a very special guest, the YouTube channel Let's Read. They're going to be helping us narrate this list. We'll talk about what they do on their channel a little later in this video, so stick around for that. But in the meantime, let's get started.
I would like to know what made them collab. Like, how did that come about?
This creepy footage comes to us from an unknown source.
Let's Read starts
What we
off.
can say is that this person filming certainly had a lot of confidence to go walking in such a dark and spooky woods with some sort of creature lurking about. But the video opens in the middle of the woods, and it's difficult to see what's happening at first. The videographer then presents the scene more clearly with the help of a flashlight as an eerie sound begins to echo in the woods. At first, it sounds like somebody could be injured in the distance, but as it gets louder, it's obvious that whatever is making the dreadful noise is anything but human. After wildly flailing about with his flashlight in an attempt to get it to focus in the distance, we see a terrifying creature peering around one of the stumps of the trees, looking right into the camera. It looks sickly thin with terrifyingly sharp teeth. Some viewers have even likened it to an insect. It's no wonder that the person filming immediately flees. We can hear the huffing and puffing of his chest as he attempts to escape whatever has been stalking him through the woods. What would you do if you were walking through the woods and encountered such a creature?
I would never be walking through the woods. That's the difference between me and him. That could be the rake.
The scary footage from this tape was uploaded by We Are Not Alone on Instagram. The video opens up on the scene of a public bathroom.
It's a big ass
The
mirror.
floors are polished, the stall doors clean, and the water faucets free of mess. It's obvious that the night cleaners take their job quite seriously. Unfortunately for the videographer, it's not any nighttime cleaning crew that's causing the commotion that leads him to investigate the area. At first, the tap goes off on the far left sink.
That is a big ass mirror, dude.
It's a motion activated tap, and there's certainly no human hand waving in front of it.
That you can see.
As the videographer continues to comment on the eerie happenings, the hand dryer turns itself on and begins to blast hot air. While this takes place, the tap continues to turn itself off and on. It's easy to tell by the reflection in the mirror that the man filming has just about reached his horror limit. All it takes is the slamming of one of the toilet stall doors to send him running. Have you ever had any mysterious events happen to you in a public toilet?
No.
Let me know in the comments section below.
Hoping to never have that happen.
This creepy footage, captured by Nick Brent, first aired on the Australian morning TV program Sunrise. While walking along the shoreline in Noumea, Brent managed to capture something unusual on his camera. In the clip, we see two strange black objects hovering just above the water, They drift back and forth throughout the footage. There appears to be no manipulation of the video and no hard cuts have been made. At first, people thought that the floating objects were kites. However, they lack the opacity that kites typically have. Plus, they're flying quite low to the water.
Right, kites.
Unfortunately,
What?
Brent's battery runs out when he was filming, which means we missed the departure. Brent said he's not interested in selling the footage for money, and that he has an open mind and simply wants to find an explanation for the bizarre sighting. He teamed up with one of Australia's best UFO researchers, Doug Moffat, who was very helpful and curious about just what could have caused the dark blobs to appear in the first place. He was surprised by Brent's genuine curiosity, saying that real people all over the world are seeing things that can't quite be explained. Viewers' reactions vary with this curious piece of footage. Some say it's kite surfers, birds, or even drones. Ultimately, the jury is out on this sighting with no definitive conclusion being reached. What's the most terrifying, scary footage you've seen of UFOs?
This ghostly trio of scary footage was uploaded to YouTube by Youngboy Lloyd. He's certainly had his fair share of mysterious happenings. In this series, we see that a possible ghost has set up residence in his home. The first bit of scary footage begins with Lloyd just chilling on the couch looking at his phone. Out of nowhere, one of the nearby plants tips over. Lloyd stands up to put the plant back where it belongs, when suddenly one of his children's trikes begins to approach him.
Black man out here
Video starts
bullshitting.
with Lloyd sharing his intentions to get rid of the ghosts by burning sage. He lights the sage and starts sharing stories of what's been occurring in his home.
Man, a brother out here bullshitting, y'all.
As he's talking, one of the chairs at the table that he's sitting at tips over and clatters to the ground with a loud slam. Lloyd jumps up from his chair to investigate.
You know what I'm saying?
The third video is the longest of the trio and really shows how Lloyd is psychologically impacted by the spirit. After explaining his situation to the camera, he gives an emotional plea for understanding before the cupboard door behind him begins to slowly open.
Like this ghost wants me to sit down in here and just sit
A
down.
few moments later, a bowl flies off the shelf and lands on the ground. Lloyd stands up and demands the spirit leave his home.
Leave her from this house, yeah?
In the final moments, as Lloyd reaches for the camera to give viewers a better view, you can see the cupboard door moving on its own.
Stay in here, yo.
Young boy bullshitting, bro.
Yo, you guys see this? You see the
Gauging Lloyd's reaction to the events in the third video, it seems he's had just about enough of the eerie haunting plaguing his home.
We usually never fuck with ghosts like this.
Leave her from this house, yeah?
He's not one of us.
Huh?
He's not one of us.
This Reddit gem comes from user A Major Malfunction
See?
and features a rather disturbing happening within an otherwise calm residence. The event took place on the 2nd of November 2015 at around 3:46 in the morning. All was still until the CCTV camera captured the figure of a slumping dark shadow walking across the far edge of the room. Firstly, the lights begin to flicker. Then the strange figure emerges from the left of the screen. The ghastly figure begins to walk towards the right. It seems to almost hover as it drifts along. It looks as though the figure is holding its head down low with its shoulders relatively slouched forward. Some commenters have suggested it might be an intruder prowling the house. However, the sheer darkness of the figure leads one to believe that this entity may not be of this world.
And it looks transparent.
Have you ever caught anything particularly disturbing on CCTV footage in your own home? What do you think was the shadowy humanoid figure's reason for lurking?
Did he say November? That's a 10.
Before we
That's
take a look at some
October.
terrifying footage of a possible poltergeist, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there. That way you'll be notified every time we upload our scary and mysterious videos.
That's fucked up when your house is haunted.
This scary footage comes from an unknown source, but it appears that a malicious spirit is lurking in their home. The footage opens up to a scene of a seemingly typical kitchen. It isn't long until we hear the voice of a terrified woman threatening whatever being is causing her grief. The woman resolutely swears at the invisible creature and demands it leaves.
Leave my f***ing house now.
Apparently, the spirit doesn't take kindly to these demands, as a two-tier step stool slides towards the filming woman in a rather aggressive fashion.
Now.
Holy shit.
The response was so sudden and unexpected that the woman begins to walk backwards. In disbelief, she attempts to rationalize what's going on. There's nobody there, there's nobody there. The horror-stricken woman whispers on and on.
What the f***, dude? There's nobody over there. There's nothing over there.
She begins to trip over several objects behind her as she backs to safety. The final thing we see before the footage cuts out is a dark-coloured pot holder flying off the white stovetop.
Safety.
It seems this ghost wants her out of the house.
There's nothing over there.
If your house was haunted, what would you do to fight back in order to save your home and loved ones from such an aggressive poltergeist?
I would leave.
Let me know in the comments section below.
What you mean? It's simple. I ain't investigating shit.
So I want to give a huge shout out to Let's Read for helping us out with this list. If you enjoyed their narration, then you're going to love their channel. They read spooky and scary stories each and every week. I'll put a link to their channel in the description box below and I'll pin it. If you like what you see, subscribe and support their channel. If you want to watch the more spooky content, then check out that link on the top there. Otherwise, there's a scary playlist right there. Now, don't forget to head on over and support Let's Read. They're an amazing channel. Links are in the description box below. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.
Why does he refer to as Let's Read as they? I thought it was just one guy. That is a good question though. Like, if y'all live in a house and come to find out it's haunted, how would y'all react? Would y'all leave? Would y'all like try to, I don't know, get a priest, pastor, preacher, whatever, to come and like bless the house? Or like, what would y'all do? Because like I said, I'm gone. I'm that way. And the bullshit is that way. So I'm that way. Like, you know, so I'm not gonna stick around if I live in a haunted house. Especially if I live by myself. Please. Man, usually only cars can leave skid marks on the ground. I would leave skid marks on the ground from my boots or my running shoes that I'm going to have on when I go that way. From the bullshit that's that way. Nah, for real, man, I really want to know, how does a scary video creator come to collab with a scary narrating creator? You know what I'm saying, though? I really would like to know how that came about. If somebody could tell me shit, I would love to know. I would love to see that happen more often. Like, I would love to see Slapped Ham, Nuke's Top 5, Sir Spooks. I would love to see all of them collab on one of those videos, like with Mr. Nightmare, fucking Lazy Masquerade, even smaller, slightly smaller channels like Nightmare Files and shit like that. I would love to see that. Man, that would be so dope, I'm telling y'all. And y'all who are into the horror genre like I am, y'all know all three. Y'all know all of those characters that I just named. They've been on my channel multiple times. Man, y'all know that would be dope. Hopefully something like that does happen one day. I'm definitely gonna check that out if it hasn't already came out. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope you leave a like, a comment, share the video, join the crew. I hope y'all stay safe, stay blessed, and until next time, I am out.